Dude, I love this. Because they had to basically redistribute everything that they had in here.
I heard one guy said he saved like 50 pounds. If you start trying to strip the weight out, the first thing I was going to go after is this battery.
And change it to a lithium?
And change it to a lithium, and those anti-gravity batteries could probably save you 30 pounds. Well, the reason I did that with all my other, I didn't do lithium, I did glass mat batteries, but I took that STI and I went and got a battery for my truck. And I had the truck battery in the trunk, and I couldn't believe how it changed the handling of that car. Completely different. It was terrible.
Over 30 pounds?
By putting 40 or 50 pounds in the trunk,
the trunk,
right?
Yeah.
So and this thing is high off the center of gravity. Now it's behind the axle and everything, but
you think that will change the handling of this? It can't.
A lot of people say no. This one is already a glass mat battery, so it's already lighter than a lead acid battery,
right?
Which makes me not want to do it now. If that was a lead acid battery, then I probably would go after it. But those lithium batteries, they have to have the right circuitry in them to monitor the cells. Otherwise, you could have a fire. Oh. And some of the guys on the forums were bitching about they have seen cars burned to the ground.
I feel like they're just complaining.
I don't know. And when the guy asked, "Give me an example where that happened," no one gave him the example, right? So
I think that seems. It's like the Taycan. Everyone says, "Oh, they burned out." It's like,
but they have the circuitry to monitor the cells. Where these cheap batteries, where they're trying to save weight, they're trying to make it as light as possible. They throw that circuitry overboard. And then the other thing is that you get this pump, and the pump, I didn't know that was there. So the pump is this thing, and it doesn't weigh anything. But I'll take that out. And then of course you got this thing sitting here, and this is heavy.
But we're talking about not much.
We're talking about maybe, and then you got these two things on the sides.
I mean, I would say combined weight of this, that is maybe 8 pounds.
Yeah, I would guess something like that.
7, 8 pounds.
So not anything.
And then the battery's another, if you say 30 or 40. So really,
30,
I mean, you're 35, 40 pounds
out of the front of the car.
That probably makes a difference.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start leaving these things overboard.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
You could make yourself a trailer hitch.
It comes with a trailer hitch. I didn't know it came with a trailer hitch.
Who knew? Trailer hitch.
And see, this is run flat shit. Feel this.
That kind of weighs a lot too.
Yeah. I heard one guy said he saved like 50 pounds by stripping all of this carpet insulation out.
And you got to deal with that. Like, no one here is trying. What are we trying to win? Right?
No.
There's nothing. Dude, I love this.
Yeah, see how it looks in black?
But this is exactly how I do it. I even love the red, man.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, he's got the 3D seats as well. So that's a lithium. And that's a factory lithium.
So that's factory lithium.
Yeah, so see how small that is? Then they put like a toolbox next to it, right? And then you got the pump here. So you can take that out.
Because they had to basically redistribute everything that they had in here.
Yeah, so I don't know
that's
where.
That's pretty genius what they've done.
So they had to, So
that's where the weight savings is. I guess I didn't realize. I was, for some reason, just thinking lithium weighed less somehow, but it's really a size difference. It's much smaller.
Well, what the anti-gravity guys do is they keep the same size case, and then they put, most of it's air.
Oh.
So that way it mounts with the same mounts that you already have. And then they also put a jump kit in it, so that if the battery dies, you can push a button and you can use it. It has like you know what I'm saying? Extra cells that can jump the car.
Oh.
Which is nice. If you're storing the car and it dies, you just flip that over and start it up. If it doesn't burn to the ground.
Jesus Christ. And I like the way it's spec'd. Yeah. I did get offered that potentially a GT3 RS. It was a 316 MSRP, 50 grand over. However, it'd be sold like on a bill of sale, right? Because it's a Porsche VIP that doesn't want them to know that they've sold it, essentially. Yeah, so it's kind of like this. But you end up with the car, I guess technically he has the title, right? And so at any point they could just call it and they're like, hey, guess what? Why'd you take my car?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why's my car in your garage?
Yeah, after you like deck it all out, like you put in the roll cage and he's like, okay, I'm taking that thing back, like a repo.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you would have to trust.
But that's a nice looking Spec.
I love that spec actually.
And I think it's, I think it has headers and the 200 cell cats. And